Are you going off-roading for the first time? Well, stay tuned. This is the video for you. Okay, so we've got over 50 people coming out this weekend to our novice run at the Badlands Off-Road Park. And if we were to sit there and help each and every one of you get your Jeeps ready, it would take hours. So I created this video to show you some tips, and so you guys can familiarize yourselves with what you want to do once we get there. Also some tools that you'll want to get before this weekend. Okay, so first things first, a good pair of working gloves to protect your hands and keep them from getting dirty. These are Mechanics Impact gloves. Highly recommend them. Next thing is WD-40 water displacement and or PB Blaster, two really good brands. Spray this on your sway bar links, which I'll show you later on in the video, at least the night before. Be generous about it. Okay, next you're going to want a rubber mallet. That is going to help you get this rusty bolt out of the sway bar link bracket. As well, you can smack the sway bar link to get it out of the way. I'll show you that later. Okay, then you want your 18mm socket and an open-end wrench, 18 as well. You can do one or the other, or two of the open-end wrenches. You will not be able to fit two socket wrenches on the passenger side. Then we've got tire deflators. These are $20 off of Amazon, really cheap. You're supposed to dial them in, screw them on, and then they're supposed to deflate the tire to the set PSI that you have. Not really reliable, but they get the job done. We deflate our tires because we want to increase our footprint and get better traction when going over obstacles. You could even use a twig to deflate your tire if you want. Next, you want to get yourself some pliers. These are going to be used to screw on the off-road flag. If you don't have one, you'll get one at the Badlands. And it's going to get mounted onto the steel bumper. If you don't have a steel bumper, either in the front or the back, then we can just tuck it in the spare tire right over here, zip tie it onto the third brake light mount. You'll want to get a hefty amount of zip ties. Zip ties are a blessing and a godsend when off-roading. You use that on your flag. If something breaks, you can hold it down. You also use that to hold down the sway bar links to the sway bar so it's not dangling and in the way. Another piece that you'll want that I don't have actually, I lost it on my last off-road trip, is a tire gauge, because you want to be able to read how much PSI is in your tires before you start off-roading and before you head back on the paved road. Okay, and now I'm going to show you how to disconnect your sway bar. Very crucial. We disconnect the sway bar to let our Jeeps articulate a whole lot better. Articulate is also a word for flex, so we're not teetering on three wheels when we are going over obstacles. Little trick, turn your tire all the way to one side when you're working on that sway bar. There's two. So in here, sway bar link, this is what we want to disconnect right here, okay? So I've got sway bar quick disconnects, but on the stock Jeeps, you're going to have one bolt here, and there's going to be the same bolt on the other end. This is where your 18mm socket wrench and open-ended wrench come in. So the night before we go off-roading, or a couple days before, you take your WD-40 and you spray here, all around. That should help loosen everything up. Alright, so this is a little hard to show because I've only got one hand. So you're going to take your socket wrench and your open-ended wrench. You're going to put one here. The other one's going to go on the other end. And you're going to start twisting. If it's your first time doing it, it's going to be very, very tight. You can use an open pipe to put it inside here to use as a breaker bar, or use a breaker bar if you have one. Alright, so once you disconnect this bolt out of that hole, you're left with this link right here, just dangling. So, if these are the stock sway bar links, just going to put them up here, zip tie to the sway bar. And then your sway bar is probably in the down position because the stock ones are much shorter. Simply going to pull up. Thanks for watching. As always, if you'd like to support the creation of more content like this, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.